Back here at McKenzie Project. Hey, I'm Takesha McKenzie, also known as Patricia, and we're here with Baba Obediah Wright, choreographer extraordinaire. Hey, part two, Obadiah.
Part two.
Part two.
One of the other things, maybe I didn't clarify it. When I'm not working a lot, I do projects for the Board of Education. So they'll send me in as a teaching artist in different schools. So I've been in Red Hook, I've been in the Bronx, I've been in Dyckman Heights, I've been in Harlem, I've been in East New York, all the areas where they say the troubled youth are. I go right in. One of the first things I do is I establish who's a teacher and who's a student. So I'll take the boys, I'll take the girls, I'll take them all. And just getting them into the process of teaching them about dance, teaching them about the discipline you have to be an artist, teaching them about what it is to focus and how smart you have to be to dance, to sing, to play piano, any of those art forms, because we're losing our kids because the way they're getting the academia is not good for them sometimes. So they need another outlet. They don't go to gym. They don't run. They have all this adrenaline, testosterone is going in these young men. So what do? You got to find another way for them to focus. So teaching them movement teaches them how to use their memory. It teaches them how to use their eyesight. It works with their coordination. It does a lot. It does a plethora of things sometimes that they don't get to do when they're just sitting down. So to have these kids come back to me and remember me from 5-6 years later after the program is over. So now they're taller than me, a mustache, and their voice is very deep like this. Do you remember me? And they'll give me a hug. Seeing their parents on the street or seeing their parents at a theater. Do you remember me? I had an experience, one young man, I was in this school because when I was working with the Lion King, they sent me to this school. After the program was over, the school came to me and asked me to come back. But there was this young man in the program where the mother came up on me. She rolled up on me. I was kind of like, I had to step back a minute. But she said, my kid is talking about you all the time. So I need to know who this Baba Obadiah, who is this Obadiah? I need to know who you are. I just need to put my eye on you. And he's knocking down my furniture, but I've never seen him so excited ever about dance, about anything. So she wanted to meet me. Years later, I actually taught her daughter. One of my mentees is the director of the dance department at Brooklyn High School of Performing Arts. So I went in to set a piece, and then I had his sister. But what was so funny was at that moment, when that woman came to me and spoke to me like that, it gave me, the light bulb went on that maybe I can do something with young boys. Maybe I can do something with young men. So years later, I formed a mentorship program. And so he was the catalyst for that young man. So I got to see this young man at his younger sister's performance. So he's now 24 years old, much bigger than me.
Wow.
And I said, you have no idea what you did. So the thanks is now from me to you, not from you to me.
Awesome.
So maybe at least 75 young men that I stay in touch with on the phone, texting them, how are you, how's your mother, what's going on. So Mother's Day, I'm calling almost all of my young men's parents, I'm calling their mother. So while I'm driving here today, I'm talking to them like, how's he doing, how his grades. So they'll send me report cards,
Good.
All that kind of stuff. So I was in Texas years ago doing a project with Debbie Allen. I ran into an amazing young man, and something told me, I said, just keep your eye on him. And my spirit said, you need to have a relationship with this kid. That's why, how's this going to work? He lives in Texas, I live in New York, how's this going to work? So I told Debbie what happened, and she went and spoke to his family, and the woman came to me, she says, I want to thank you because I've been praying for some positive male role models in this young man's life. And I said, okay. So I was leaving, in a couple of days. I said, I'm going to Europe for about 2 months. I said, give me your address and I will contact you when I get back. And she was like, of course, you're right. And what she didn't know was I kept in touch. So 6 years later, he gets a birthday card, he gets a Christmas card, he gets t-shirts from whatever city I'm in, he gets postcards. But I want to show him that this is what you can do if you focus. So I have his report cards. I talk to him on a regular basis. I have a good relationship with his grandmother. So I make sure that he's disciplined, and I'm like I said, you can do whatever you want to do, but you have to be in charge of yourself. And I was teaching, when I'm teaching today, I'm telling this young man, you tell your mind what to do, and your mind tells your body what to do. Don't look down at your feet. Let your mind work for the instrument. So we can begin to teach at a young age. Tell the mind what the body needs to do. That way you can instill discipline. That way, because we come here already having a sense of what's right and what's wrong. Learn to develop the inner conversation with ourselves. What muscle is that we have to use? Is the thing. So a dancer knows that my turnout is not working. Or a singer, my voice is not working. So you have to push through that. But we don't teach our young that at those ages where the developmental stuff is still pliable. So if we get it at a young age, we can save a life, and we can save a spirit, we can save a heart, we can save a heartbreak.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, what is the name of your children's group?
My children's group, the school is, everything's called Balance Dance Theater.
Okay.
I started Balance Dance Theater because the name Balance is key for me, because the whole concept of balance is what do you need in your everyday life to keep your nirvana happening. You know, everything in life has a yin, a yang, a masculine, a feminine, a contraction, a release, a happy, a sad, a light, a dark, a masculine, feminine, an ugly, a pretty. So what is the place that keeps you in balance, and what do you have to do to maintain that? So that's why I named it Balance Dance Theater. So the whole premise of that, or my mission statement, is to assist in the development of well-rounded artists that function artistically but also function in the community. So helping to turn them out to be better societal functioning entities in the community and in the world at large. So I do that through dance. I do that through the Balance Dance Academy, which is underneath the Balance Dance Theater. And then I do that through the Young Men's Initiative Program. So all that's under Balance Dance Theater. I am a 501c3 organization as well. We became not-for-profit in 2005, I believe. Yes, I have a small school in Brooklyn, and we rent space in a public school until I can afford a building. And so that's, the school is maybe, we're going to have our 5th recital performance in June, so you must come and see my children. My youngest one is 3 years old, and her uncle, two of her uncles, I took with me to South Africa years ago. So now I teach the mother, I've taught the sons, and now I have the son's daughter. So a lot of my relationships with my students is generational. Yeah. So all those things make you just proud. All those things make you proud. When you see a child that is having trouble adjusting in other places, but when they come in to dance, you see their spirit light up. You see the child come back in the child, because so many of these children look so old. The spirits are old. So you're looking for what is the balance to get them to be a little kid again. You know, so when they run up and they wouldn't come in the room and they wouldn't leave their mother when they were screaming and crying, and then when they come in 2 weeks later, they run away from their mother and they run and jump on you and they give you that unconditional loving hug. That's the best championship trophy in the world. I'm very blessed. I have proclamations, I have citations, I have the Senate resolutions from some of the projects I've done, but the winning one is the hug from the 3-year-old every Saturday morning, when they just grab you all around your waist and they just clamor you, or they jump on you and knock you down on the floor, and they just play with you and they play in my hair, and because they're safe.
Yes.
So that lets me know that you're doing something right. And then when the parents see the discipline that they function under, it helps them assist in the discipline in the home. Because it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise an artist. You know, I was fortunate because I had that. So many of us are being raised almost in a homeless kind of thing. You know, like people say, well, you know, this one's old school, that one's old school. No, it's not old school. It's pedigree.
I like that word.
It's pedigree. It's pedigree. You studied with this person. You know, you're from the Zulu tribe of this, or you're from the Walsh family of such and such. That's what pedigree is. It's we know about it with the dog.
Right.
We don't know about it with artistic training. We don't know about it with the family line. Those are the things that we have to pull together as a community of artists, and those are things we have to pull together as a community of people.
Absolutely. So where do you see your career? I know you're very busy now. You're doing workshop with NEC. You're working on different projects. What do you see yourself doing between now and the end of this year?
I'm doing these workshops for a Negro Ensemble Company, which I'm very, very excited and honored about. Please come down and take the class if you see this. I think we have 6 more. Please come down. There's an
Tell us
class.
where it is.
It's my class is on Sundays at 3 o'clock at Shetler Studios on 54th Street between Broadway and 8th. You can go on the Negro Ensemble Company's website to get the information because I don't have it. And so I'm also going to choreograph a play for Negro Ensemble Company. I'll start rehearsal for that on June 15th. My little kids I'm starting to let them perform out a little bit more. So they've been doing the community churches and that kind of stuff. And then June 19th, they're performing at a huge church in Brooklyn for a wonderful project. And this is a project that involves, it's a prayerful project around the healing of people with cancer. So there are cancer patients, there are cancer survivors, and there are the children of cancer survivors. But this is going to be an interfaith project. So the Indians will be performing. They will have the Hare Krishnas. They will have the Hasidic community will come out. They will have African drumming there. My children are honored to close the day out. So that's happening. I'm going to direct 2 projects. One goes up in July. One goes up in August. And my school recital is June 20th. I'm teaching a workshop for Medgar Evers College that starts in July. So all of this is happening concurrently. I'm going to do some staging for a project for Nat Turner that was written by a friend of mine, so that's going up in August. So God is great. I'm busy, I'm taking my vitamins, and I'm looking for more stuff to do. I'm looking for more stuff to do. Ideally, I want to do some more feature film stuff and some more commercial projects. I just did a music video for a new artist that is coming out, and I'm actually in the music video. I wasn't prepared for that, but I'm in the video as well.
Okay. Female, male artist?
Her name is Jindai. The name of the song is Wait.
Okay.
And it should be released probably August.
Okay.
So I don't know when they're going to do the video because they want me to help do the conceptual stuff for the next one as well. Excellent. And I think that's about all I can think of at the moment. You want to know anything else?
Well, you know what? I want to tell my audience at the McKenzie Project, I did take your workshop today. I will not be hurting in the morning. I had an awesome time. I just have to, take instructions well and do my corrections that you give me, and I really enjoyed it. So those of you who are available, Negro Ensemble Company, on a Facebook page, Mr. Obediah Wright is doing a workshop from now until probably end of June.
End of June on Sundays at the adults come in at 4
o'clock.
And then I'm opening up for children. If we do one again, I want to do one for actors and actresses that are not dancers per se, because I really want to work on structuring the body and carriage of the body. Once you get a certain age, there are just infrastructure, I call it, or structural things that you need to work on to help to save your life. If your back is rounded like this and it's putting pressure on the spine, which is putting pressure on the central nervous system, and it's also making the lungs and the heart contract, so you're not getting optimal blood flow and chi energy to the body, which is your natural healing source. So I want to help to fix some of those things in the body so that we have longevity.
Yes.
We live to be old because we walked, we ran, and we worked. So without that, we're sitting at a computer now. Everything is so this way that we don't touch our toes, we don't bend, we don't stretch, we don't lift, we don't do anything, and it's happening to our kids now. So they're so into computer games and the computer and talking and texting that the concept of how to communicate one another and how to relate, emotional relationships, intimate relationships, all that stuff gets put to the side because of what we have to do like this. So the class 4 touches on some of those things as well. It's aside from the dance aspect, and it's 2 hours for the adults also.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So I will be coming back to you for part 3, Obadiah Wright.
Please come back. Please have me, and I want to thank you, Avid, for having heard about me all this time. I hope I did not disappoint.
Absolutely not.
And
Absolutely not.
I hope you come back, and I hope that you will remember just the subtle things that happened to you. And because I will tell you this about her spirit opened up in the middle of my class, which always lets me know that I'm doing the right thing and that God is always in the mix.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Mr. Baba Obediah Wright. Thank you so much for the short notice and allowing me to come and take the workshop and to interview with you. And I'm sure this is not going to be the last time.
Come on back. I'm open.
Okay.
I'm open.
And those of you who want to find out about Obadiah Wright, you can go to his Facebook page, and your Facebook page is Obadiah Wright.
Correct.
Right? And
I'm on Twitter.
On Twitter. And we can look him up on Google him. You will find Google him. So thank you so much, Obadiah Wright. Thank you, the McKenzie Project, for tuning in again for Faith and Fitness TV broadcast. I'm Patricia McKenzie, behind the camera this time. So we'll see you next week. Thank you.